And we are back like we said we would. It is the VS Gaming eFootball Masters Qualifiers. My name is Len Moleko and I do not roll alone because Zays is here with me and Abu is here with me.
Morning.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Morning. Thanks for having us again.
It's that day, the final day, where we know that we separate the grand players from the ones that are maybe not so grand on the day.
Yeah, today we have an interesting lineup, some top and amazing games. First up, I think we've got UnFaizdd and Tebzaa from Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
Tebzaa finishing third at the VS Gaming Festival.
That was in 2017.
In 2017, yes. And that's where he made his big money move, signing to Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
That's where he got picked up. So it just shows that you perform on a stage like this and the big clubs will come calling.
Definitely. And Zays, Tebzaa, a guy that you know very well because you guys were signed, I think, around the same time because this was at the inaugural VS Gaming Festival, the one that you won.
Yeah, I actually played Tebzaa in the semis in the first year. And yeah, it's going to be a very good game. I'm looking forward to it, actually. Two very good opponents.
And with UnFaizdd, we saw him yesterday. He managed to win his game. How do you think he's going to fare against Tebzaa today?
Both amazing players. They play a lot, because they're in the same team. So they boot camp a lot. I'm not entirely sure. The sad part about it is obviously they're both in the losers bracket. This match is in the losers bracket. Whoever wins from this match obviously qualifies for the finals, I think. And unfortunately, the loser goes home. So there's one Pirates player going home today. So that's the sad part for us.
Well, there will be one Pirates player going forth into the competition. But pretty much from yesterday to today, how do you think the guys, especially the ones coming from the losers bracket, how do you think they went back home and sat down and actually reevaluated their game day, obviously to improve for the following day, which is today?
Yesterday, Tebzaa and UnFaizdd actually played each other in the, I think, second round. UnFaizdd got the better of him. So hopefully that doesn't play on Tebzaa's mind today in the losers bracket.
Which is something very interesting, and you would know this because something similar happened to you. You played against UnFaizdd, if I'm not mistaken, and he beat you the first time around. You met up against him again in the final, and you managed to win. So maybe that little bit of being too overconfident.
If I was UnFaizdd, I'd be the more nervous of the two because he beat Tebs in the first round. Second round is where he says, and then he had to go home and recollect himself.
Yeah.
I mean Tebs had to do that, and I think Tebs will come with a fresh mindset today, and he might take the win today. Who knows?
Actually, upon arriving here, I saw Tebzaa, and he looked like he was very chilled. He was very relaxed, and he greeted, and we had a couple of laughs. So that's somebody who's gone home and then recollected themselves, calmed himself down, and he's ready to take on the day.
Tebzaa could be playing for 250k and you'd still have that same mentality. You won't see nerves on him at all.
In terms of the teams, I know in the 2017 edition of the VS Gaming Festival, he was using Real Madrid, if I'm not mistaken.
Everyone is.
Yes. Do you see it going the same way today, or do you think he's going to have a change of teams? Also based on what you saw yesterday.
Yes, I think I saw him play with France, so I think that's a very good game because I know UnFaizdd plays with Madrid, so it's two very strong teams on the field.
And for you, how do you see the two guys lining up today in terms of tactically? Is it the 3, the 4, the 5? We've always spoken about this. In the midfield, up front, do you go with one? Do you go with one in the center, 2 wingers? How do you set up your team? Actually, considering where we are right now, because this is a very crucial stage.
UnFaizdd, he likes the crossing game, so he's going to stick to his 4-2-3-1. He likes those two deep-lying central defensive midfielders. Tebs, on the other hand, plays a very attacking game. He plays a 4-3-3 formation, and I don't think he's going to change. He loves his wingers out wide, spreads the ball wide, comes in and normally scores with his midfielders. He's got an amazing play style, and like Zohair says, one of the most down-to-earth players on the eFootball scene. And he could be playing for R1 million and you won't see anything from him.
He'll still have a smile.
Yeah.
So your predictions, obviously, you going with?
I'm going UnFaizdd to probably use Madrid and Tebzaa to use France, and the winner, I'm going to say
Tough one.
It's a tough one to call. I can't say.
And for you, Abu?
Teams-wise, I think they've got it right. I don't know if Tebs can actually stop Faiz's crosses, because that's what Faiz loves to do. If he can do that, then he might. Faiz is busy laughing at me. Yeah. But Tebs, like I said, I can't call it, honestly. I honestly can't call it.
Too tough of a game.
But for you saying that, well, it seems like we were not entirely right, but we were half right, because it's Real Madrid going
Juve.
with Juve. So Tebzaa going with Juve, and we have Faiz going with Real Madrid. You've already predicted who's going to win, right?
Nah, I can't go.
call one name, quick one.
I'm gonna go with Faiz based on yesterday's result.
And for you, Abu?
I'll go with Tebs for today. But at the end of the day, one Pirates player is going through.
All right, cool stuff. Well, Abu has made his prediction. Zayz has made his prediction. It's Faiz taking on Tebzaa, and without wasting any further time, my men Gevi G and Manny are ready to take you through the match.
Right, good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's our first matchup today. It's Tebs versus UnFaizdd. It's quite a matchup we actually have here. Both these guys really know what they're doing. It's now or never between the two of them. It's a rather good and warm morning compared to yesterday. And myself, Gavin G, alongside co-host Emmanuel. How's things going?
Good morning, everyone. Very excited.
Yeah.
To see this very exciting matchup coming up. We have Real Madrid again versus Juventus, and I think it's going to be quite exciting. Glad to be here.
I think someone like yourself really trying to get the Bale hairstyle, Emmanuel. You mean he's one of your favorite players out there on the pitch? I mean, we saw a lot about him yesterday. What do you think he's going to bring to the game this time around?
Definitely. I mean, we saw him being used around the flank a lot yesterday. And I think that's how to use Bale. You know, you want to cut down through the sides and then cut in. He's perfect for that and take the strike. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of him.
Yes.
But we have Juventus as well, Cristiano Ronaldo. So I think it's going to be the clash of the Titans.
I mean, there's so much of an attack from both sides. You got the likes of Modric up in with Real Madrid, Marcelo in the back left. You know, there's always a way through that you can find your way playing from the back with Real Madrid. So can you with the side of Juventus. Both these guys look rather relaxed and very comfortable for the game, Manuel.
Definitely. I mean, you need to be relaxed coming into a game like this. I mean, it is the qualifier still. You know, so you don't want to
mess things up.
But here we are. It is the kick-off, and it's the first half. Let us begin.
UnFaizdd in the Real Madrid all-white kits, and then Tebs with the Juventus darker kits. Really nice to see these guys swinging the ball around. It was UnFaizdd that's managed to give away a possession rather very early, and now it's Tebs on the ball. It's built up. Good possession up here, but Diabolo just trying to find the ball through the middle there. Unfortunately, not finding the target intended. Nice pass out here towards Javier Bell, linking up nicely with Modric, who's carried on with that run, but I'm not sure he'll get that through ball. Perhaps just not the right option so early on in the game. Don't want to be losing the ball here at the back. Oh, risky stuff there from Sergio Ramos. But UnFaizdd, it does seem like he's got his head right on this time round in the beginning. Perhaps needs to score first. As yesterday, it was a tough one with his opponents, but nonetheless, he came out on top.
Oh, yes. I mean, playing against the same player, you have the confidence. Maybe UnFaizdd thinking that he's going to come out victorious again, but yet again, he must realize that Tebzaa has every opportunity to come at this match with a fresh mindset, because he knows what mistakes he made yesterday and might just capitalize on that. And UnFaizdd here with the corner. Loops it, Isco
towards
Sergio Ramos.
Ooh, that was a very nice play there. Coming from the angle on the far post was Sergio Ramos. He's quite the steam train to bulldoze his way through the defenders to get a head onto it, and rightfully so. He's quite the big fella. Nonetheless, it's now Tebs on the ball. It's working magic here at the back. I mean, if just running out of space there.
Definitely. I mean, if you look at it, Gavi, you see how slow this match is starting up. Yesterday, we had a bit of the first matches were really pacey, and I think here
very early goals.
They're very cautious because they know they've played with each other before. Will Bale take it from here? I mean, he has the opportunity.
Can swing it onto that left foot. He tries to beat another play, but I think maybe the shot was on after taking on the first defender and getting by. It's unfortunate that the player didn't really take the shot on, but Tweedy on the ball. Now the break could be on here for Tebzaa. He's got a nice little sprint here on the left flank. It's Costa on the edge of the box, who's tried to cross it in, but rather shanked it in the end.
I mean, could have done better with that one. And if you see here that Bale, they're missing a very crucial opportunity. I mean, you want to take strikes like that. Yesterday we saw whenever a player got a chance to take a shot at goal, they took it. And that's why yesterday we had a goal fest, if I may say.
Yeah, it was quite the goal fest yesterday. It was always nice to see all the goals come flying in, and a lot of them came in around the 10 to 20 minute mark. We've just reached the 20-minute mark, and it's still nil apiece. Definitely locked horns here between these two guys from the same sort of hood, and probably, arguably, the best styles of play comes from the eSports Orlando Pirates team. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage to get about to scoring against one another, as a lot of the practice time does come in between one another.
Yes, I mean, one is guaranteed to go through to the next round. So Pirates Esports definitely will be qualifying. Will Isco put it in there? You see Benzema on the ball, gives it back to Modric, who is playing it a bit safe here. I mean, UnFaizdd playing the ball a bit back. And yesterday we saw a completely different player.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in the first few minutes of the match, we saw a few goals coming in from him. But we see maybe they're very familiar with each other, and they just want to keep it safe. Playing the ball, not a lot of pace in this matchup. Pretty slow build-up. But let's hope we see a goal to break this deadlock.
Now the Tebzaa on the ball, yeah, a lot of possession going towards his side of play. Really nice work up here on the left flank. Now there's a bit of space here. Could he get the cross in towards Ronaldo? He's waiting at the near post. Ball gets played out towards Matuidi. Nice play. Now the shot could come in from Costa. Hits the upright. And that is the first goal of the morning. And it's gone to the likes of Tebzaa.
Definitely, there we go. Now we in gameplay. I mean, it's always beautiful to see the goals. Costa in the correct position. He's very good in putting himself in such positions where he gets the ball in perfect execution. I mean, in the olden days where the poles were a bit square, I don't think that would have gone in. But right now with circle post, that was a beautiful goal.
Shouldn't be giving away your age so easily, Emmanuel. But nonetheless, we're on the ball here now. And Tebzaa has got a lot of possession to play around with now. Just to reach the 30-minute mark, a lot of reply needs to come from UnFaizdd now. He needs to score next if he wants to get back. It's a nice lofted ball coming out wide here, but it's well defended from Juventus. Quadrado picking up Ronaldo. Could be a break on here, but again, it's just Marcelo that stops the attack in the tracks. UnFaizdd opting to maybe make a few changes, but not really pulling up the timeout just yet from Tebzaa.
I mean, I see here that Tebzaa is really holding the ball and making sure that he keeps it as much as he can. Quadrado running down the flank there. He gets the ball. Will he put it in? Yes, he does. Oh, Casemiro right there on time to stop that ball from getting to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Benzema, Bale can link up nicely. I think I would have liked to have Bale running through the middle. In fact, he's playing on the winger position. Yeah, now Benzema wants it back again. Actually, it's Asensio that's got it now on the flank. It's Benzema waiting in the box. You can see him wanting that cross to come in now from UnFaizdd, and it's Modric linking up player. Now the strike does come in on the half volley. Really good stuff. This getting the shots really timely right is very important, and looks like UnFaizdd is getting that right quite often.
Definitely. I mean, we know that he has mastered the skill in this version of this esport. And I think we've seen Bale score from that kind of position. I think he just put too much power behind it. But with the right strike, that would have landed at the back of the net. There's still time here for him to catch up. I mean, it is 1-0, and it's still the first half. So it should be exciting. I mean, him making a few changes there. Taking out Isco quite early in the matchup. We haven't seen that done a lot yesterday.
It's always interesting to see the guys make such early change. But I think if you're getting frustrated with a player, just get rid of him. Just get him out of there and just get him out of your head, and then just go forward and make sure that the guy you brought on actually is going to fulfill better position than what was the problem previous time round. But we've seen it quite often, but not so much yesterday, perhaps last weekend or so. But yeah, we are on the edge of the box. It's Tebzaa again. He's got Dybala, beats one. Probably a good opportunity for Ronaldo, but well defended. He was waiting for that half volley bicycle kick there.
That was going to be a beautiful goal.
Yeah, it would have been. Now Asensio finds Benzema. Nice pass out wide to Lucas. The through ball is on, but looks like it'll get well defended here. Just getting in front of the attacker there now. The defending side could turn this into a counter-attack. Football is about 2 minutes left of play here.
Definitely. We see Costa there running down. Will Dybala put the ball through to him? He gives it. Dybala still has the ball. Puts it in. Quadrado! Ooh!
Man, that whole volley shot was there for the taking. Just scuffing his shots out wide. I think he wasn't getting the timing right. Just as You saw that shot pulling out wide, a little bit draggy towards the far post of the keeper, but didn't really trouble much of the keeper. Perhaps opportunity gone wasting there, Manuel?
Definitely. I mean, Cuadrado could have done better with that one. But here we are, Real Madrid trying to break away here. And I think the defense that Tebzaa has been putting off here is very good. I think he has his gameplay pretty solid, knowing that he doesn't have to rush forward, because I think yesterday we saw how UnFaizdd came in and used the crosses towards his advantages. In most cases, how you get to score a cross is through a counter-attack, because you don't have a lot of defenders at the back. And I see Tebzaa keeping a lot of his lengthier defenders at the back, so that Benzema and the likes of Bale don't really get those crosses in.
You'd see that the Real Madrid side's also got the rush defense on. Oh, this is cheaply given away now. There could be an opportunity here. It's Benzema who's running on the flank. Doesn't have much support. He's waiting for support right now, and unfortunately not making the best of that there. Now Tebzaa on the ball. He's got a 2-on-1 scenario here. Now Costa linking up well with Ronaldo. The pass breaks out to Costa. It could be a chance here. It's 1-1 to the keeper. Hits the upright. The strike was venomous. Man, what great play. Unfortunately, not finding the back of the net. Now the break can be on here for Real Madrid. It is UnFaizdd. It is end-to-end stuff here now. Pass gets played out. Bale wants it back again. Doesn't get it back. The through ball a little bit too much on it. And now it could be Juventus again who's going to be replying with a bit of attack. That was really good play there with that shot coming in there. Just violently rattling that upright, and really good stuff there to see Tebzaa pulling off that pass to make him sure that he's got all the space in the world. And perhaps maybe he should have made him score that second one, maybe?
Certainly. I mean, he wants that insurance goal, and unfortunately the pole got in his way there. But here's another chance. Will he take a strike? Oh, Khadira dragging the ball a bit too wide there. I mean, Khadira, a very good player when it comes to those kind of shots from that position. I think maybe he was put off by the defender a bit there. But here we are, Real Madrid with the ball. Lucas gives it through to Asensio. He passes through to Benzema. Will he try and take a strike? He loops it. Asensio.
Oh, really good header there. Nice play. Good build-up. Triangular diamond formation, you would say, as that build-up came in. Really opening up the space nicely. Now the short corner. All coming in here rather too close to the keeper, but that was good stuff there. Nice promise from UnFaizdd. Now the short ball gets played out for Juventus. Now it's Tebzaa that's trying to reply with something of his own here. Now it's long ball towards the flank. Costa wanting to give the through ball back. Does give it back. Ronaldo's waiting in the middle. Decides to go back towards Matuidi. Now this is a good player. Costa 1-1 the keeper. And that comes through the middle. Really attacking that defense like a hot knife through butter and splitting it wide open. Puts them side. 2-0 up.
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, if you look at that kind of play, this is the type of play that Juventus needs to be playing. I mean, putting the ball through to the necessary players. Look at the beautiful football that Tebzaa is playing here. It's working for him. The link-up play between Costa, Diabala and Cristiano Ronaldo really working towards his advantage. And now he's gotten that insurance goal, but he still needs to keep the lead here.
Yeah, he definitely needs to keep the lead. This is really good stuff from Tebzaa. And it's UnFaizdd that's now just trying to work the ball towards the sides. I think maybe he needs to get a little bit more central, maybe play through the middle. He's opened up the gaps quite nicely. Now the ball does get played out wide here, but not enough there for Costa. And now Real Madrid with the reply. Trying to find some options, but this is really good defending from Juventus. Tebzaa showing us what's best. But now the ball does get played out towards Benzema. He's on the edge of the box, trying to find some players. Bale in a very wide position here, not really towards goal. You need him up front there maybe to get a header in or something like that. But now, this is good stuff here. Benzema just not making the best of the opportunity there. And now the break could be on here, but Real Madrid still applying the pressure. Benzema tries to beat one. Here comes the shot in, and it looked like it was perhaps another pass that was going to be attempted to be made there before the shot did come in. And unfortunately, it was one pass too many.
Definitely one pass too many. I mean, we saw it a lot yesterday, and we saw how the players that passed the ball a lot throughout the box didn't really score the goals. But here we are. Cuadrado gives it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Takes a strike! Oh my God, what a goal from Cristiano Ronaldo there. Put the keeper a bit off there because the keeper was not covering his post.
Yeah, and UnFaizdd thinking that perhaps the shot was going to go towards the far post. Brought out the keeper to cover that area. And well spotted from Tebzaa just to bring it towards the near post and scoring the third goal. There's about 15 plus minutes to go, yeah, for Real Madrid to maybe pull one or two back. on the aggregate side of things, but they'll need the ball before they can do that, and it's all gone Juventus' way right now. Costa on the edge of the box here. Finds a nice pass towards the middle, and it's Dybala who hits the crossbar, and it's again Quadrado who tries to get in on the rebound, and it's just unfortunate that that hasn't gone in. Now the corner does come in, but Courtois has the better of the say. Clearance made here now. Real Madrid could break if they manage to pass a few balls away here, but it's the pressure still being applied here from Tebzaa. Ronaldo on the edge of the box here tries to beat the player, and not really well cleared here. Juventus still on the ball. It could be a good shot coming from Dybala, but scuffs it in the end nonetheless. Perhaps wanted to track it over. I think just the fingers getting a little bit delayed on the buttons there, Emmanuel.
Yes, I mean, could have done better with that opportunity, but I think Tebzaa here a bit. He's chilled because, I mean, he has the lead, 3 goals up, and it's going to be very hard for UnFaizdd to come back in this matchup. Maybe the second match he still gets a chance to cover up the aggregate. And Tebzaa has been playing a beautiful game. He's been keeping the ball here, and he scored all 3 of the goals. And I think UnFaizdd might just want to reconsider how he's playing the match coming into the second matchup here.
Well, I think just Tebzaa has really read this game well. He saw that UnFaizdd was going to go for the wider approach and maybe play a little bit more of a wider game. As you can see here, Benzema now on the edge of the, it's actually Lucas who's on the edge of the box. The cross could come in now. Just unfortunate not finding the best of Bale there. And this is how Tebzaa wants to play. He wants to play through the middle. Well, that's where the gaps are right now. The through ball was on there for Ronaldo. Decides against it. Costa. Ronaldo does get it now. Has a look left and right. Plays Quadrado, who can have the strike towards the far post. Tries to link up play there for a nice tap in. This is good stuff here from Juventus. The pressure still being applied. The ball hasn't been cleared just yet. Now Real Madrid have probably got about 2 minutes plus to go here to maybe just bring one back on that aggregate. Again, the ball just given away very, very easily there. And now this could be a good chance for Juventus and Tebzaa to have another crack at it again. Plays out towards Ronaldo. Ronaldo does beat the first player. Goes for the shot onto the right foot. Oh, just bending right from that upright there, and what a strike that was to work the angle, man.
What a strike indeed. I mean, Ronaldo, when it comes to his right foot, very deadly. And I mean, unfortunately, that strike didn't get to the back of the net. But beautiful first game. And I think UnFaizdd is really going to have to look at how he played this first match. The crosses were not working for him. And I think he might just want to come in through the middle like Tebzaa was throughout the match, Gavi.
Yeah, Tebzaa really showing the best of what he can produce playing with Juventus. We saw a lot of Real Madrid actually doing quite well yesterday in the defending aspect of the game. So yeah, I think what if there's any advice that you want to give UnFaizdd going into this next one? I think he's just got to see both games as like a 0-0 sort of scenario. He needs to clear out his head and just go out there and score as many goals as he can.
I mean, I think for UnFaizdd, I think he knows he's capable of scoring the goals. Yesterday, he won the match against Tebzaa, and I think he knows that he's more than capable of playing. I think just now, the only problem is that he's using the same tactics as yesterday, and I think Tebzaa really got the opportunity to use that towards his advantage, because I think he came into this match knowing that UnFaizdd might use the same gameplay as yesterday, and he's capitalizing against that. I mean, he's coming through the middle. The middle is too open, and because UnFaizdd is a wing player, and I think that's working towards his disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I think throughout this match, this next match, he might consider coming in through the middle, and I think he might pull one off here.
I think looking at it now, I think UnFaizdd has actually gone with the Juventus this time round, and then Tebzaa has actually opted to go with France. Not a bad option. It's going to be interesting to see how Tebzaa plays with the likes of France. You know, now you got a different sort of setup of players: Griezmann, Mbappe, Pogba, really pacey guys out there on the pitch. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two guys here now go about with their teams. Two different teams for both games now for both of them. So 4-2-3-1 scenario there for Juventus.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a very good formation, but I see where Dybala is actually being placed and where Cristiano is being placed. I think you'd want to have a player like Cristiano Ronaldo striking, especially in this Juventus squad, because they have quick players. So you'd want to put maybe a Costa in the position where he put a Cristiano Ronaldo, and maybe a Dybala where he put Quadrado, and or even maybe a 4-3-3 that would work for a team like Juventus. And I think for Tebzaa changing his team coming into the second matchup, I don't think I would have done that. Would you have changed your team? I mean, knowing that Juventus helped you in your first match?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to what your opponent's got. If you see he's opting for a different team than what he was used to or what he can play with, and you know what he can produce going in with Juventus now, I think perhaps just changing things up and throttling him up a bit is also going with a different team. Even though Juventus worked for you, I think France is a good option. But someone like yourself, Emmanuel, that likes to play park the bus, do you think that's the option that
Is that
Tebzaa
how I
should
got
take?
the goals yesterday?
Yeah, well, I stole one. So your counter-attack football was pretty good. Do you think that's what Tebzaa should be doing?
Well, I think him going into this match, he has the advantage here, and he could. I don't think park the bus will work. I mean, the best form of defense is attack.
Yes.
So I think he might just want to go get maybe a goal or two, just to extend the lead and just relax throughout the match, pass the ball, practice how to dribble here and there, and I think he might come out victorious.
The cross that was going to come in there. The kickoff has been rather quick this time round between the two of them. It's UnFaizdd that is having none of the possession early up front. He just wants to get out there and score some goals. Now Tebzaa on the ball. He's got the likes of the runner now of Mbappe. This could be a 2-on-2 scenario here. Mbappe trying to cut inside, finding the runner of Pogba. The pass is just not pinpoint accuracy. And it's now Juventus on the break. UnFaizdd trying to find the likes of Quadrado on the right-hand flank here now. Ball gets played towards the middle. Dybala on the ball. Quadrado gets it back. Here comes the cross. It gets lobbed into a very good area here. And it's Ronaldo that gets himself onto the end of that. Just not enough power and accuracy to get himself past the keeper. Now the long ball again. Mbappe with a lot of pace. This is end-to-end stuff here, Emmanuel. Now the cross could come in towards the far post. Cuts it inside instead. Waiting for a few runners left and right. It's Coman who tries to beat the player. Still has the ball. The shot could come in here. And it's just scuffed it towards the keeper. And again, the break is on, Emmanuel.
Almost caught the keeper off there. I mean, Coman, a very good player. We haven't seen him play. Oh, Quadrado running through the flank there. Will they make something of this? Will he put the ball in? Yes, he does. Ooh, puts Cristiano off there. Keeper, brilliant save. And are we going to see a breakout here by France? Matuidi with the ball. Passes down to Hernandez, who gives it to Mtiti. Plays it safe here. But I think France's breakout here is about to be imminent. Puts a through pass. Will Mbappe get to it on time? Yes, he does!
What a strike
What
from
a
Tebzaa and Mbappe. Really good link-up
What a
play
goal.
there. What a goal, Manuel. I mean, just looking at that again, I thought it was all going to the likes of UnFaizdd this time round, but Tebzaa on the break and linking up with Griezmann and Mbappe just making the defenders look like they were looking for parking there, the way he ran around them. It was sensational stuff to then still take the shot towards the near post, and he's put himself in that 4-0 aggregate.
I think with Tebzaa, he came into this match knowing that if he has fast players, and I think even in the previous match he chose a team with fast players in front because he's pretty good with those through passes. I mean, Bonucci there, not really quicker than Mbappe. Could have maybe tried to shoulder him off the ball. I think that would have worked, but let him get through, and Mbappe really killed.
Now Ronaldo trying to work the angle, but too much in front of the defender. Well defended in the end. Nonetheless, there Coman plays the ball out wide, hits the referee. That doesn't happen very often out here in eFootball, but when it does happen, it's quite the laugh. Now Mtiti trying to work the ball back. France still in good possession. This is Tebzaa, and he's the really good comfort zone at the moment. Hasn't got much to worry about just yet. The aggregate's 4-0. He's 1-0 up in this game, and really in the driving seat right now. Gives it away rather easily there now in the middle of the park. Ball gets played out towards Mtiti. The professionalism is now kicking in here from UnFaizdd, really working the angles, trying to scoop it up. Quadrado still on the ball, does find a nice pass out to Costa, who can strike it from Ronaldo on the half volley. And we've seen one or two of them gone in before, but not this time round, Emmanuel.
Yes, we see a lot of volleys coming through from UnFaizdd side. I mean, bringing those balls high in. I think that gives you an opportunity to score those beautiful goals that we love seeing and cheering for here at this booth. And I think he just needs to make sure that he tries and score the goal. I think that's very important for him now. He's 4 goals behind. Quadrado with the ball, loops it in. Will Cristiano get to the end of this?
That is exactly what UnFaizdd wanted to do for quite some time now. Really lobbing that ball up nice and high for Ronaldo to come in with that aerial header. And he's managed to level things up here. It's 1 apiece between the two of them.
Will we see a reply? Puts it in.
Cross coming in there now. France still recycling the ball quite well. Tebzaa in a lot of possession, very much so in this first half. Coman tries to beat the player, well defended, but still has the ball. And well defended nonetheless. Juventus could have the break now, Manuel.
Definitely, Juventus coming in. Sandro with the ball. Gives it down to Diabala. Cristiano making a run for it. Khedira with the ball. Matuidi, will he give it to Diabala? He gives it to Costa. Diabala calling the ball. Goes down the flank here. Will he put it in for a player like Cristiano Ronaldo? We've seen how capable he is of squaring the ball in from that kind of position, and we see he's using that a lot. I see he's not changing his tactic much. I think he sees that it's going to work for him. However, he has players that are more than capable of coming down the middle, because he's losing the ball a lot on the right flank there because of the good defender that France comes with. I mean, Umtiti. And the defense pretty solid.
Yeah, both sides really making the best of this one. The cross coming in towards the far post. It's Ronaldo that's lobbed it up quite nicely. Just unfortunate there for UnFaizdd to pull one back again, maybe take his side to a 2-1 lead, and then obviously just closing the gap on that aggregate. Now it's Pogba. Tries to find the likes of, probably should have found Mbappe, but gave it away instead rather easily now towards the right-hand flank. A good ball out for Juventus. The cross is on for Ronaldo. Ronaldo wants it. He's trying to loop this one in again. Trying to have the carbon copy here again. Almost giving the ball away. Now, the cross is on again. Now, perhaps going towards the middle. Now, this is good player. Nice shot coming in here from Ronaldo. Again on that half volley. You can see that it's actually taken a deflection. Probably could have found itself in that bottom right-hand corner. Ronaldo meeting it at the near post. And good stuff for the keeper.
A lot of the shots that UnFaizdd is taking here are pretty similar, and I think when a player comes in with tactics that don't change that much, it works towards your advantage, especially if you're winning the match like Tebzaa, because you know where to close, especially when you have all the goals. And I mean, it's almost the end of first half here, and on aggregate, UnFaizdd still trailing behind by 3 goals. Mbappe with the ball. Will he put it in? Yes, he does. Coleman! Too short of a player to get to that ball.
Danger's not over just yet. France now trying to find a good crossing. It really comes in nice, whipping ball. And the recycling of France still in the favor of Tebzaa. Really keeping the ball and holding all the position as possible. He knows that's the only way he can see this one through. Coman now on the edge of the box. Tries to beat the first player. Waits for some support. Gets the overlap run. The cross could come in here towards what looks like the shorter version of Pogba. Was actually Kante on the end of that one. Now Coman coming back in now to recycle ball. Umtiti plays a nice ball out wide here to Varane. Now Pogba with acres of space here. The opportunity can be on for Mbappe. It wasn't much on his jet shoes for that pass. Now the clearance hasn't been made too well. And this could be half-time, Emmanuel.
Definitely. Beautiful first half played here, but it's still not over yet. Mbappe with the ball. Coleman making a run for it. Will Mbappe put it in for Pogba also in the box there? See, he gives it to Hernandez. Will he put it in? He gives it to Mbappe, who puts it in. Ooh!
Very good stuff there. Nice save from the keeper. I'm sure if there was enough time, the break could have been on for Juventus. Tebzaa really making the best of this first half. And it's UnFaizdd. It's managed to pull one back, but didn't have much of the ball going in towards half-time. So worrying stuff there for UnFaizdd, but Tebzaa still in the driving seat as the aggregate does read 4-1 towards him. And some of the substitutions probably need to become and make a bit of an impact player, Emmanuel, or do you think just keep them off for now?
I think if you see the need for a substitute, that's when you put it in. I mean, both of the teams here playing quite an even match, and you want to keep these players on. But fresh legs would really change the momentum of the game, and I think it is very important for you to try and get some fresh legs in. But here we are with France. Hernandez with the ball. We've seen how capable he is of putting it back into the box, but he plays it safe here, and I think that's what Tebzaa is going for around this matchup here, playing the ball back a bit and not really going for goals like in the first match. I think he knows that he has the insurance goals, and I mean he's ahead by 3 goals, and UnFaizdd is behind, and I think he's pretty comfortable with his lead.
Now Tebzaa needs to defend there now. UnFaizdd on the ball, really trying to work the magic with Juventus. A lot of his players are running out wide. I think he should have gone for the more direct approach now. This is good player. Dybala on the edge of the box. Tries to beat the player. Beats him. Could have the shot now. Shot does come in, but very dangerous, but well-timed slide tackle coming from Tebzaa. The ball getting played out nice and wide here. It could be a 3-on-3 scenario if the right pass gets played. It does go towards Pogba. Beats the first player. Mbappe is on it now. He can have the strike on the left foot, and it's well saved. Keeper getting nice down low there for that one. That was really good build-up play there from Tebzaa.
Oh yes, I see Mbappe's play throughout this whole match has been sensational. I mean, the way he's been working, the defenders are really working around Mbappe there, and gives the other players a chance to get into space because all the defenders are focused on trying to run at the same pace as Mbappe. But Cristiano loses the ball at a very crucial position here. Defense pretty strong, but here we are. It is a corner. Will he loop it in? Will he put it in like he normally does? Yes, he does. However, the front taking the ball there into a safe zone, but it's still in the danger zone. Costa with the ball. Will he take a strike? Ooh, he tries to take it, but the defender there gets in his way.
Yeah, one touch too many, I think, there, Emmanuel, but really trying to work the angle, and did so for the first two beats of the player, and just trying to find that curler towards the top left corner, but unfortunately finding the best of the targets there for UnFaizdd. He's got a little bit of time here now, making a few subs. Could find someone tall in the middle there, but opt to go for the shorter route. Mtiti on the edge of the box here now, or Mtweedy, should I say. The ball gets rather out, cheaply given away there now. The break could be on here for France. It is Tebzaa on the ball. And Mtweedy finds a nice through ball. Yeah, the chance could be on Mbappe in the middle. Coman waiting for some support. Tries to drag it back onto that right foot. I think he should have gone far post. The player was there waiting for the tap in. Manuel?
Definitely. I mean, he had two players in the box there. One player was completely open there, and I think if he passed the ball, he would have gotten the advantage here. But I see he's playing it a bit safe. Maybe he doesn't want to increase the gap. I mean, they both from the same stable, so maybe he doesn't want to embarrass UnFaizdd here.
This is very good professional play here from Tebzaa. Just finding the nice loopholes from UnFaizdd, this defense. And a lot of possession now in the middle of the park, not so much in the final third from both sides. The break could be on here if Pogba can find the last pass, beats one player, and well defended in the middle of the park here now. This could be the last chance for UnFaizdd to maybe pull one back before he attacks that aggregate.
Definitely. I mean, it's safe to say that Tebzaa here has the lead, and we only have 20 more minutes left in this game time here. Will UnFaizdd put in a goal just to make sure he brings that lead down to 2, which will put him at a better space? Cristiano Ronaldo trying to go in there. Titi marking him. Cristiano Ronaldo still with the ball. Takes a strike. Loris right there to save the ball.
Yeah, that was good play there from Tebzaa, actually bringing out the keeper towards that right-hand side. He knew exactly where UnFaizdd was going to go. If UnFaizdd actually spotted that, he might have gone towards the near post instead. And that is the experience that's coming through from Tebzaa very late on in this final third now. The break will be on Dembele, waiting for a few options left and right. Tries to go for the cross, and it's now Mbappe. And that is fantastic stuff. Really good play there from Tebzaa. Just dragging the ball to the byline and waiting for that last second pass, or should I say half cross towards Mbappe, and finding that right bottom corner. And keeper, unfortunately, just getting too much on top of the ball. Really good play, this professional stuff from Tebzaa. And that just might be the final goal to seal the deal for him to go through.
I mean, Tebzaa came into this match knowing what to expect, and he changed. I think yesterday maybe went back home and changed his tactics a bit to try and make sure that he doesn't lose to the same player he played against yesterday, and to try and qualify as well here. But here's a strike coming from. Ooh!
That rebound almost working well there for what looked like Quadrado wasn't the end of that, but man, that was a bit of a wild one that was thrown at that ball there. But UnFaizdd really very desperate to score a goal right now, and it's just shown right there. Now Dembele could be on the charge here again. Tracks it back, waits for the run of Mbappe. Nice link-up player. Could just keep the ball here in the corner to waste some time.
Well, definitely. I mean, he is comfortable now. He has a comfortable lead, and it's safe to say that Tebzaa has won this match. I think if you look at UnFaizdd earlier on, Looks a bit disappointed in his gameplay. I mean, the crosses did not work for him, and I think that was his main tactic. And if that doesn't work, I mean, how do you think? How long do you think it takes for you to change your game tactics to make sure they work for you?
I think that's what makes he has a good chance here now. It's Mbappe, nice tap in here, nice pass out wide, pulling the keep out. MTT putting the cherry on top for Tebzaa. Fantastic stuff, and really showing the boys how the men do the job here out in studio. Good stuff here from Tebzaa. Going into the last few minutes now. UnFaizdd maybe needs to score a redemption goal or two.
I think that's all he can get right now. A redemption goal would really help bring down the score a bit, but definitely beautiful play here by Tebzaa. I mean, you see, the reason why he's scoring so many goals in the second half, especially in the end, is because a lot of UnFaizdd players are pushed up. Puts the ball in, but Can gets the ball. Mbappe puts it through to Coleman. Ooh.
Dragging that shot there from Tebzaa. He didn't really need to score that, but nonetheless, very good stuff from the young lad. And both these guys really showing and displaying a good set of football skills coming into this rather late stage in this competition. It's the qualifiers now. Mbappe just making the incorrect run, but that will be that. It is Tebzaa that's taken this on a 6-1 goal aggregate. Well done to both of the guys. It was a great display of eFootball.
Yep.
And what a way to kick off the Sunday morning.
It's a goal fest right here at the Mavericks Game Center. And I mean, that's what we expect here. It's two professional players coming against each other and making sure that they win the match. And I mean, Tebzaa made sure he gets the advantage in the first matchup, winning 3-0. I think that really put UnFaizdd off and unfortunately couldn't catch up.
Yes.
But a beautiful match nonetheless, and well done to Tebzaa.
Well, I think we're just going to cross over to Len just to hear what the panel has to say about that game and give us some critics about it. But nonetheless, well done, Tebzaa. We'll see you soon.
The winning, going up 3-0 in the first leg, really, and then from there he just took it even further. His face stood no chance after that.
Abu, we looked at the approach that UnFaizdd came with into the game. He went 3-0 down in the first game, and in the second, both players changing their teams. But he never really looked like he was in the game, even upon plotting a comeback in the second match.
Yeah, well, firstly, the scoreline. The format of the tournament obviously is 2 legs, so you play 2 matches. And I notice a lot of players, they make the mistake of when they concede early in the first leg, they try and attack and get that goal back when you still have 180 minutes to play.
Yeah.
So it's better to play cautious and keep that 1-0 lead till about the 80th minute, or even take it into the second leg. You might come back. For Ease, he tried to get that goal back, and then Tebzaa scoring 3 goals, winning the first leg comfortably. And I think it was game over already then. So for Ease technically lost the tie in the first leg. And then when it came to changing of teams, Faiz had to change something because he was 3-0 down.
Yeah.
He went for Ronaldo. I thought he'd bring on Mandzukic and play Mandzukic at striker and Ronaldo out wide and try to cross to them. But he played Dybala at striker and Costa at KM, which was just quite weird. And then Tebs, he countered the whole situation nicely. He realized that Faiz is going to press and attack more. So he chose France. France got a hell of a lot of fast players, so his intention was to try and get behind Juventus' slow defense, and that's what he did really well. So credit to Tebzaa for adapting. And that's the end of the road for Faiz.
Unfortunately, yeah. And in the second match, Zays, I noticed that Faiz was trying to go for the crosses, but Tebzaa tried his ultimate best, and obviously at the end of the day, he managed to pull it off by trying to block those crosses from happening, because had they happened, they would have been his undoing. He would have been hurt, because the one goal that he conceded came as a result of a cross down the wing and then Ronaldo coming in and slotting it.
Like I said, when they played yesterday, Tebzaa probably realized how Faiz plays, and today he figured out how to count it, and instead of trying to win the header, he realized stop the cross, and that played really well for him today.
All right, cool. Tebzaa, how do you rate his chances going forward, especially after starting the day like this?
I think he's on fire. He came prepared, he came focused, and he knows what he's doing. I think he might go all the way today.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to be checking out how the guys are going to be doing because there's plenty of action that's going to be taking place today. We're not done. We're just going to be moving to a new stream link. So just be patient. We'll be with you straight after the break.